Over 500,000 tons of gelatin are produced worldwide each year. This sweet ingredient made from collagen extracted from animal bones and hides enhances the taste and texture of many desserts. But how is it produced on an industrial scale? Gelatin is a protein derived mainly from the collagen in pig and cow skin and bones. It is colorless, dissolves in hot water, and forms a semi-solid elastic texture when cooled. When cooled, gelatin is widely used in the food industry to make desserts, jellies, and meat products. Its gelling and stabilizing properties make it an essential ingredient in many foods and nutritional supplements. The process begins at meat processing plants, where raw materials rich in collagen, mainly from pigs and cows, are carefully selected. When animals are slaughtered, meat cuts intended for human consumption are separated, while collagen-rich parts like bones, skins, and connective tissues are set aside for gelatin production. These materials are then transported in refrigerated trucks to specialized gelatin factories, where strict temperature controls prevent decomposition and ensure high quality. One such factory receives around 5 tons of skins and bones daily. Upon arrival, the raw materials undergo a thorough cleaning process to remove impurities, fat, and meat residue. This step is crucial, as the purity of the extracted collagen directly affects the texture, color, and flavor of the final product. Special washing systems and solutions are used to dissolve impurities without damaging the collagen structure. One of the world's largest gelatin factories produces over 10,000 bags of powdered gelatin per day, supplying markets worldwide. The plant consists of large, stainless steel containers connected by a complex network of pipes and ducts. This sterile environment prevents contamination and allows precise control of key factors, like temperature, pH, and concentration, ensuring optimal production. After sanitization, the raw materials undergo size reduction to improve the extraction process. Dense bones are fed into powerful industrial crushers, breaking them into uniform fragments of about 2 centimeters. This size allows better penetration of chemical and thermal agents in later stages, maximizing efficiency. Meanwhile, hides are cut into thin strips with high-precision blades, increasing their surface area for even chemical absorption and faster collagen release. Once reduced to the ideal size, the hides and bones are immersed in large tanks of hot water at 70 degrees Celsius. This heat treatment serves 2 purposes. It dissolves collagen fibers and breaks molecular bonds, releasing a protein-rich liquid solution. The temperature must be carefully controlled. Too much heat can degrade collagen, while too little slows extraction. To further improve solubility, an acidifying agent, usually vinegar, is added. This step is crucial as the acid modifies the collagen structure, making it more extractable and easier to process. The collagen extraction process continues with a cooking phase, where animal tissues are heated at carefully controlled temperatures to maximize collagen dissolution in water. This process, which can take several hours, gradually breaks down fibers, releasing structural proteins without degrading them. As the collagen dissolves, it forms a thick, broth-like solution containing soluble proteins and organic compounds. However, at this stage, the liquid remains cloudy due to solid residues and undissolved particles. To refine it, the solution undergoes a purification phase to remove impurities. Purification begins with a rigorous filtration process, essential for ensuring the gelatin's transparency. In the factory, this step is carried out using high-precision ceramic microfilters. Under intense pressure, the liquid is forced through microscopic pores, removing any remaining particles and resulting in a completely clear and purified solution. The result is a clean, uniform collagen broth that serves as the liquid base for gelatin. Next, the collagen solution is pumped through stainless steel pipes and undergoes an evaporation process in large tanks. This step, known as concentration, removes excess water, reducing the solution to a thick, honey-like consistency. The concentrated liquid is then slowly cooled, transforming into a semi-solid, elastic gelatin. It is pressed through a perforated disc, forming long gelatin noodles that fall onto a conveyor belt for gradual drying. Sterile hot air removes any remaining moisture, after which the dried gelatin strands are crushed into a fine powder. Once in powdered form, gelatin is mixed with other ingredients to enhance its flavor, color, and texture. Sugar is added for sweetness and stability, while pH-regulating acids like citric acid maintain balance. Flavorings such as strawberry, lemon, or orange give it variety, and natural or artificial colorings, like beet extract or turmeric, enhance its appearance. Finally, stabilizers and anti-caking agents prevent clumping, ensuring easy use and long-term storage. The finished gelatin powder is packed in large bags, holding up to 1,000 kilograms, ready for distribution. This is how gelatin is produced in a factory. As we continue, we see how this factory produces thousands of chocolate-coated nougat bars every day. The process begins with making the nougat, a chewy mixture of sugar, honey, and whipped egg whites, often mixed with nuts or caramel for extra flavor. The nougat is poured into large trays and cooled until it becomes firm. Then, it is cut into bar shapes using sharp-moving blades. Next comes the chocolate coating. Each bar moves along a conveyor belt and passes through a curtain of warm, melted chocolate that covers it completely. After coating, the bars enter a cooling tunnel where the chocolate hardens into a smooth, shiny layer. Finally, the finished bars are wrapped, labeled, and packed into boxes ready to be sent to stores. And here we have an exciting look at how the red bean cake with mochi is made in the factory. The process begins with creating the monaka shell, a crisp outer layer made from a thin baked wafer. These shells are placed on a moving production line, ready to be filled. Machines then add a smooth and sweet red bean paste. Next, a thin layer of chewy mochi is carefully placed inside each shell. Finally, ice cream is added, filling the sandwich completely. Once assembled, the red bean cake with mochi is quickly frozen to maintain its texture and freshness. After freezing, they are packed into boxes in cold storage before being shipped to stores. As we continue, these advanced sorting and grading lines for peaches and apricots are revolutionizing the industry. These cutting-edge systems ensure precise classification and high-quality fruit. They carefully sort peaches and apricots based on size, color, ripeness, and defects using cameras, sensors, and automated controls. This process improves efficiency, reduces waste, and ensures only the best fruit reaches the market. The technology also allows for gentle handling, preventing damage during sorting. In this factory, deli meat slices are carefully packaged to stay fresh and safe to eat. After the meat is sliced, it is arranged into portions, often separated by thin paper or plastic to prevent sticking. These portions are then placed into pre-cut plastic bags or trays. For longer freshness, the air is removed from the packaging and it is vacuum sealed. Some packages are filled with a small amount of gas, like nitrogen, to keep the meat from spoiling. Finally, labels with information like the type of meat, weight, and expiration date are added. The packaged slices are then boxed and sent to stores. Doughnut production in factories is a streamlined process designed to produce large quantities efficiently while maintaining quality. The process begins with the preparation of the dough, which involves mixing precise quantities of flour, sugar, yeast, eggs, and other ingredients in industrial mixers. The dough is kneaded to achieve the desired elasticity and then left to rest and rise, allowing the yeast to activate. Once the dough is ready, it is transferred to a cutting machine, which shapes it into the classic donut rings or other desired forms such as filled donuts. The shaped dough is placed on trays or conveyor belts and allowed to proof in a controlled environment where it rises further to achieve the light, airy texture characteristic of donuts. The proofed donuts are then fried in large industrial fryers, filled with oil maintained at the perfect temperature. The donuts are cooked evenly on both sides, resulting in a golden brown exterior and soft interior. After frying, they are cooled and moved to the decoration stage. Depending on the type of donut, they may be coated with glazes, dipped in chocolate, dusted with powdered sugar, or filled with cream or jelly. Finally, the donuts are packaged for distribution, ready to delight customers. Factory-made ready meals provide convenience and variety for busy lifestyles. The process starts with fresh, high-quality ingredients sourced from trusted suppliers. These are cleaned, prepped, and cooked in industrial kitchens under strict hygiene standards. Advanced machinery handles tasks like chopping, mixing, and portioning, while skilled workers oversee the production. Meals are cooked using methods that mimic home-style preparation, such as steaming, baking, or frying. Once ready, the food is rapidly chilled or frozen to preserve flavor and nutrients. Packaged in microwavable or oven-safe containers, ready meals undergo thorough quality checks before being distributed to stores worldwide. Each year, millions of sardines are caught and processed into canned products to meet global demand. In 2024, the canned sardine market was valued at around $9 billion. In this video, we'll explore how millions of sardines are caught and processed in factory. Sardine fishing starts at the harbor, with the best time to catch them being at dusk, when sardines follow their shoals to the surface. Fishermen set out to sea in boats, searching for schools of sardines that gather in coastal waters. In the past, fishermen relied on seagulls and surface bubbles as clues to locate the fish. Today, modern technology has revolutionized the process. Boats are equipped with sonar devices that emit audio signals into the water. These signals bounce back if they detect something beneath the boat, helping fishermen locate sardines with greater accuracy and efficiency. When fishermen discover a school of sardines, they must act quickly to prevent the fish from escaping. The boat accelerates, releasing the net at high speed while sailing in a circle, a simple but effective method to trap the fish. Once the captain is confident the sardines are surrounded, a winch tightens the rope closing the net and capturing hundreds of sardines. However, the net is often too heavy to lift onto the boat all at once, so smaller nets are used to transfer the sardines by hand. This process only takes a few minutes. The next step is to transport the fish to shore while they are still fresh. Meeting the global demand for canned sardines requires industrial-scale operations. Once at the port, the ships are unloaded and the sardines are transferred to refrigerated trucks, which transport them to fish processing plants. At the canning plant, nearly 1 million sardines are processed each day, ensuring a steady supply to meet worldwide demand. Packaging fish on such a large scale requires modern machinery and a team of about 800 people. Sardines arrive at the factory just a few hours after being caught to ensure maximum freshness. Unloading happens quickly because the factory aims to process the fish within 5 hours to deliver the highest quality to consumers. The process begins with the freshly caught sardines being placed in a vat of ice water to keep them fresh. The temperature of the fish is maintained below a specific level to preserve their quality. Next, the sardines are moved along a conveyor belt filled with fresh water for further processing. Coarse salt is added to improve their texture and consistency. Workers then clean the fish by rinsing them with seawater before placing them into cans. The cans, open at the bottom and facing upward, travel along a conveyor belt to a workstation. Here, they are filled manually to minimize the risk of foreign objects entering the cans. Workers ensure each can contains the right amount of sardines. Within minutes, the fish are already canned. To guarantee the correct weight, each can is individually weighed, and adjustments are made if necessary. Once filled, the open cans move to the cooking phase. Since the sardines are canned raw, they must be cooked to prevent spoilage before reaching the consumer. The cans themselves act as cooking vessels. They are placed into giant ovens where they are steamed at 100 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. After cooking, a worker turns the cans over and places them onto another conveyor belt. At this stage, the batch moves on to heavy machinery for the next steps in production. The cooked sardines are carefully arranged in a single row and dipped in olive oil. The cans are filled to capacity, and any excess oil is removed. A A machine then places and seals the lids under pressure, creating a vacuum-packed seal. Although the cans are sealed and filled, they are still covered in oil. To address this, they are cleaned and sterilized. The cans pass through a machine that washes them with 90 degrees Celsius water, leaving them spotless. Next, the cans are sterilized in autoclaves, using steam at 110 degrees Celsius for an hour and a half to eliminate any microorganisms. Once sterilized, the cans are packaged and ready to be shipped worldwide. Right here, we have a marshmallow factory where these fluffy, sweet treats are made. The process begins by mixing simple ingredients like sugar, water, and gelatin, which gives marshmallows their soft and bouncy texture. The mixture is heated and whipped until it becomes light and airy like a thick foam. This fluffy mixture is then poured into molds or onto large trays to set. Once cooled and firm, the marshmallow is cut into small, bite-sized pieces. To prevent sticking, the pieces are often dusted with powdered sugar or cornstarch. For flavored or colored marshmallows, ingredients like vanilla or food coloring are added during mixing. Finally, the marshmallows are packaged into plastic bags or boxes, ready to be enjoyed. Whether eaten on their own, in hot chocolate, or roasted over a fire, factory-made marshmallows are always soft, sweet, and delightful. These machines cut the cheese into uniform slices, ensuring consistency in size and thickness. The slices are then arranged neatly onto conveyor belts and transferred to packaging units. Hygienic, airtight packaging is applied to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. Some factories include additional steps, like labeling or sealing the packs in bulk for shipping. This streamlined process ensures the cheese reaches consumers in perfect condition, ready for use. As we continue our journey into food production, let's explore how cow sausages are made in a factory. Factories use a step-by-step process to make them tasty and safe to eat. First, fresh cow meat is cleaned and ground into fine pieces. Spices, salt, and other flavorings are mixed into the meat to give the sausages their delicious taste. The seasoned meat is then stuffed into casings, which are thin tubes made from natural or synthetic materials. These casings hold the meat together and give the sausages their classic shape. Once stuffed, the sausages are linked into portions and cooked in ovens or smokehouses to enhance their flavor and ensure they are fully cooked. After cooking, the sausages are cooled and inspected for quality. They are then packaged in plastic wraps or vacuum-sealed bags to keep them fresh. Finally, the sausages are boxed and sent to stores, ready to be enjoyed in meals or on the grill. Next up, let's explore the process of making this British savory food spread called Marmite, based on yeast extract, salt, and vegetable juices. These ingredients are cooked together in large vats until they form a thick, dark paste. The paste is then carefully cooled and checked for quality. Once the Marmite reaches the right consistency, it is packed into jars. Machines fill the jars with the paste, ensuring each one contains the correct amount. The jars are sealed tightly to keep the Marmite fresh. After sealing, labels with the product name, ingredients, and expiration date are added. The jars are then packed into boxes and prepared for shipment. This entire process ensures that Marmite is made with high quality and is ready for customers to enjoy. As we continue, let's take a look at orange juice production in factory. The process starts with selecting fresh oranges. These oranges are washed thoroughly to remove any dirt or chemicals. Next, they go through machines that squeeze out the juice, separating it from the peel and seeds. The juice is then filtered to remove any pulp if needed. To keep the juice fresh, it is pasteurized by heating it quickly and then cooling it down. After that, the juice is packed into bottles or cartons, sealed and stored in cold conditions before being sent to stores. Orange juice factories follow strict quality checks to ensure the juice is safe and tasty for everyone. As we continue exploring how beloved treats are made, let's take a closer look at the process behind factory-made apple pies. The process starts with fresh apples that are washed, peeled, and sliced into even pieces. These slices are mixed with sugar, cinnamon, and other spices to make the delicious filling. At the same time, dough is prepared, rolled out, and shaped into pie crusts. The filling is carefully added, and a top crust is placed to seal the pie. Each pie is then baked in large ovens until golden and fragrant. Once cooled, the pies are packaged securely and sent to stores so they're ready for customers to enjoy at home. From a pharmacy on the streets of Atlanta to a global phenomenon, Coca-Cola has captured the world's taste buds. With an astounding 10,000 servings enjoyed every second, this iconic drink has become more than just a beverage. It's a symbol of refreshment and nostalgia. The production of Coca-Cola begins with the main ingredients include water, sweeteners, like sugar or high fructose corn syrup depending on the country, caffeine, and a blend of natural flavors. The exact combination of flavors is a closely guarded secret, often referred to as Merchandise 7X. While most of the ingredients are common, the proprietary flavor mix is what sets Coca-Cola apart, giving it a unique taste that has been cherished for over a century. The process begins with purifying the water, which is the primary component of Coca-Cola. Factories use advanced filtration systems to remove any impurities, ensuring that the water meets Coca-Cola's high-quality standards. Purified water helps maintain a consistent taste, regardless of where in the world the drink is produced. After water filtration, it's time to make the syrup base. This syrup is the concentrated form of Coca-Cola that will later be mixed with carbonated water. The purified water is combined with sweeteners and the proprietary flavor blend in large stainless steel mixing tanks. Automated machines measure and mix these ingredients with precision to ensure consistency. Quality control is crucial during this stage, as even a slight variation could alter the drink's iconic flavor. The syrup base is continuously tested for taste, consistency, and quality. Once the syrup base is ready, it's time to add the fizz. Carbonation is what gives Coca-Cola its refreshing bubbles. This step involves pumping carbon dioxide gas into the syrup base under high pressure, creating the signature effervescence. The amount of carbonation is carefully regulated. Too much or too little could change the experience of drinking Coca-Cola. This is done in large carbonation tanks, ensuring that the gas mixes evenly throughout the liquid. While the syrup is being prepared, the factory also produces bottles for the beverage. Coca-Cola bottles can be made from either glass, plastic, or aluminum. Quality control is a top priority for Coca-Cola, as consistency in flavor and quality is key to the brand's reputation. Throughout the manufacturing process, samples are taken and tested to ensure they meet Coca-Cola's rigorous standards. Technicians test for taste, carbonation levels, and purity, ensuring each batch of Coca-Cola matches the brand's standard. Each bottle or can is carefully inspected for any defects before filling. Modern quality control technologies such as high-speed cameras and sensors detect any imperfections. Only bottles that meet Coca-Cola's quality standards move forward in the production line. The bottling process is a high-speed, automated operation. The carbonated Coca-Cola syrup is poured into bottles or cans, typically at a rate of thousands of units per minute. These filling machines are designed to minimize any loss of carbonation and prevent any outside contamination. Immediately after filling, each bottle is capped to lock in the carbonation and preserve freshness. The capping process is quick, often happening within seconds of filling, and seals the drink tightly. The caps are made from special materials that maintain the seal while withstanding the pressure inside the bottle. Once filled and capped, each bottle or can is labeled with Coca-Cola's iconic branding. The labels include important information such as ingredients, nutritional details, and the brand's trademark logo. This labeling process is also automated with high-speed machines, applying the labels with precision to ensure they're aligned correctly and securely attached. After labeling, the bottles are grouped into cases and packaged for distribution. In most factories, Coca-Cola products are packed in cardboard boxes, plastic wrapped, or pallets, making them ready for transport. Some factories also produce multi-packs for bulk buying, ensuring they can meet various customer needs. Once packaged, the finished products are ready for distribution. Coca-Cola uses a vast network of logistics to transport the drinks from the factory to distribution centers, and then onto retail stores. Refrigerated trucks are often used to ensure the drinks are kept at optimal temperatures during transport. In just a matter of days, a bottle of Coca-Cola can go from production to being stocked on store shelves, ready to be enjoyed by customers around the world. Let's take a look at the Baby Bell factory that produces millions of small snack cheese balls. It all begins with milk sourced from dairy suppliers. The milk is pasteurized to eliminate harmful bacteria, ensuring safety and freshness. Next, a starter culture and rennet are added to the milk, initiating the cheese-making process by curdling the milk and separating it into curds and whey. The curds are then cut and drained to remove excess whey, forming the base of the cheese. These curds are pressed into molds, shaping them into Baby Bell's signature small, round wheels. Once molded, the cheese is aged in a controlled environment to develop its mild and creamy flavor. After aging, the cheese wheels are coated in a protective layer of red wax, which seals in freshness and prevents spoilage. Finally, the wax-covered cheeses are wrapped in the iconic Baby Bell packaging. The base of every taco is the tortillas. The process of making it starts with simple ingredients: corn or wheat flour, water, and salt. These are mixed into dough, which is then kneaded until smooth. Machines roll the dough into thin sheets and cut it into perfect circles. Next, the tortillas are cooked on large, hot griddles that quickly bake them on both sides. This gives them their soft texture and delicious taste. After cooking, they are cooled to prevent moisture buildup and keep them fresh. Once cooled, the tortillas are stacked, counted, and packaged by machines to ensure they stay clean and intact. Before leaving the factory, they go through quality checks to make sure they meet food safety standards. Finally, the packaged tortillas are shipped to stores and restaurants ready to be enjoyed in tacos, burritos, and many other tasty dishes. Cutting meat is far more challenging than it appears. For years, factory workers handled this task manually, often risking injuries. Automated machines, like those designed by S Company from New Zealand, have revolutionized this process. Their systems use specialized disc blades that move and cut carcasses with precision, eliminating the need for manual handling. Automation ensures efficiency, consistency, and high standards. Advanced automation technology plays a crucial role in processing lambs safely and effectively. This technology reduces the risk of injury significantly. Automated equipment handling these high-speed cuts, human hands are far from harm's way, making the workplace safer and more efficient. Once harvested, the shrimps delivered to the factory, where they are washed thoroughly in cold water to remove dirt, bacteria, and contaminants, helping maintain their freshness. The shrimp are then graded and sorted by size and quality. After this, they are deveined by making a small incision to remove the digestive tract, which improves both appearance and taste. Next, the shrimp are peeled, and depending on market preferences, some may have their tails left intact. In some factories, shrimp are further processed into breaded or seasoned products. This involves coating the shrimp with batter, breadcrumbs, or seasonings before frying them in hot oil for added flavor and texture. After frying or final preparation, shrimp are quickly frozen individually on conveyor belts to preserve freshness and ensure easy portioning. Finally, the frozen shrimp are weighed, packed into secure containers, and stored at low temperatures, ready for distribution to markets. The journey of making doner kebab starts with fresh meat. Factories source high-quality lamb, beef, or chicken, depending on the type of kebab being made. Each batch is carefully inspected for freshness and quality before it's prepared for seasoning. Once the meat is selected, it's trimmed and portioned to remove excess fat and prepare it for seasoning. This ensures that every piece of kebab is lean yet flavorful. The next crucial step is seasoning. Kebabs get their rich signature flavors from a blend of spices and herbs. Factories use large industrial mixers to evenly coat the meat with a mix of ingredients like garlic, onion, cumin, coriander, and paprika. This process not only adds flavor, but also helps tenderize the meat. Tumblers ensure that the spices are evenly distributed, so every bite is packed with that signature kebab taste. Once the meat is seasoned, it's time to skewer it. In small batches, workers manually skewer the meat, carefully layering each piece. For larger production runs, machines take over skewering thousands of kebabs per hour. Automation plays a key role in maintaining consistency. Each kebab is packed tightly, ensuring it cooks evenly and holds its shape during grilling. Next, the skewered kebabs head to massive grills or ovens. Depending on the type of kebab, they may be slow-cooked over open flames or roasted in industrial ovens to lock in that smoky, juicy flavor. This step is crucial for giving kebabs their iconic charred edges and tender, juicy center. Factory grills are designed to cook hundreds of skewers at once, while ensuring each one gets that perfect sear. And here we have, gummy worms are also a popular treat enjoyed by people of all ages around the world. The manufacturing of gummy worms begins with the preparation of the ingredients. This typically includes gelatin, water, sugar, corn syrup, flavorings, and food coloring. Gelatin is the primary ingredient that gives gummy candies their chewy texture. The first step in the production process is to mix the gelatin with water in large tanks. This mixture is heated and stirred until the gelatin is completely dissolved, creating a thick and sticky liquid. Sugar, corn syrup, and flavorings are then added to the mix to enhance the taste of the gummy worms. Once the base mixture is ready, it is transferred to a cooking vessel where it is heated to a specific temperature. This process is crucial as it helps to activate the gelatin and bind the ingredients together. The mixture is continuously stirred to ensure that it cooks evenly and does not burn. After the mixture reaches the desired consistency, it is poured into molds shaped like worms. These molds are typically made of silicone and feature intricate details to replicate the look of real worms. Food coloring is added at this stage to give the gummy worms their vibrant and eye-catching colors. The filled molds are then left to set and cool for several hours. This allows the gummy worms to solidify and take on their characteristic, chewy texture. Once the gummy worms have fully set, they are removed from the molds and inspected for quality control. Any gummy worms that do not meet the manufacturer's standards are discarded, while the ones that pass inspection are packaged and prepared for distribution. The packaging process involves sealing the gummy worms in bags or containers to protect them from moisture and maintain their freshness. Finally, the packaged gummy worms are shipped to stores where they are sold to consumers. Next up, let's explore the process of making cheese. It all begins with the arrival of fresh milk. Upon reaching the factory, the milk undergoes a series of tests, chemical, microbiological, and sensory, to ensure it meets quality standards. Once it passes, it's stored in insulated tanks with strict temperature control to maintain freshness. When it's time to begin cheese production, the milk is sent for pasteurization. This step removes any harmful bacteria. Then, specialized ingredients are added including live lactic cultures, Penicillium roquefort, and rennet, which help start the cheese-making process. Next, the milk mixture is poured into stainless steel molds where it begins to take shape as cheese. The cheese is left to rest in these molds for 24 hours. After this initial resting period, the cheese undergoes its first salting, which enhances the flavor and aids in preservation. The cheese is then transferred to a special chamber, kept at around 21 degrees Celsius, where it will rest and age. After another 24 hours, a second salting occurs, which further enhances the cheese's unique flavor profile. Depending on the type of cheese, it can remain here for anywhere between 2 to 7 days. For Gorgonzola, the cheese needs to develop its distinctive blue veins. It's transferred to a cooler chamber at 3 to 5 degrees Celsius, where it's pierced with steel needles. This allows air inside, which helps the Penicillium roqueforti culture grow and form the signature blue mold. The cheese now undergoes a final ripening stage, lasting between 50 and 80 days. Once it reaches optimal maturity, it's ready for cutting and packaging. Using advanced technology like Celox systems, the factory can make up to 130 precise cuts per minute, ensuring consistency in each piece. Bacon is a breakfast staple, loved for its crispiness and rich flavor. The process of making it starts with selecting high-quality pork bellies. Each piece is inspected for quality, then trimmed to the ideal size and thickness. The pork bellies go through a curing process where they're seasoned with a mixture of salt, sugar, and spices. This step not only adds flavor, but also preserves the meat, giving bacon its unique taste. the pork bellies are cooled and then sliced into thin, even strips. Automated slicers ensure each piece is the perfect thickness, whether it's thick cut or regular. The slices are then carefully packed to keep them fresh. Each package goes through quality control to ensure consistency and safety.